Let's get some quick analysis now with ABC's chief global affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz and Republican Congressman Adam Kinzinger, a member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. And Martha, let me begin with you. You just heard the secretary say boycotting the Sochi summit a distinct possibility. Everything else, economic and military, on the table, he says. But I know you've been working your sources on this. What is realistically possible? What options are really being considered right now, and will they make any difference?
It's very clear the options are limited, George. You don't want to provoke Putin, but you do want to be strong. You know, we imagine Putin as this hammer-handed old bear, but Russians are very good at chess. He knew the reaction of the world, and he took that risk. Major Russian interests are there in Crimea, including those military bases. The threat of not coming to the G8, I can't imagine he's all that concerned. He's also heard U.S. threats before, and nothing happened. And nothing happened to stop them in Crimea. It's a fragile new government with financial woes. Will he stop there? We don't know. And as Terry pointed out, Russian troops are still in Georgia, and he still got the Olympics. Options are limited.
Okay, let me talk to Congressman Kinzinger here now, member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. You all are meeting on this Tuesday. You heard Secretary Kerry ask Congress to pass economic aid to the Ukraine. Also seemed open to the idea of sanctions. So what's the House going to do?
Well, look, I think you're going to find a House that's very cooperative with the administration on this. First off, we have to accept that the reset with Russia is over. So let's just get that on the table. And now it's time to respond with strength. I think it's important to talk about economic sanctions. It's important to talk about aid to the Ukrainian people, to get on the record, have Congress on the record supporting the inclusion of Georgia into NATO. So talk about the fact, look, Russia, if you want to threaten your neighbors, including the Ukraine, we're going to go ahead and talk about the expansion of NATO, which is obviously something very important to the Russians. So I think it's important for Congress, and I think you'll see this, to stand very strong with the president and saying, look, we may not be able to respond militarily, but we're going to make it clear that Russia is a pariah state, and not just for the next year, but for the next decade or two going forward. There's going to be huge costs.
That's likely to begin this week. Okay, Congressman, stick with us right now.